Okay, so last session, you remember the Nemesis wizard had just hidden underwater, and you were left in a quiet ruin, being stalked by a predator under the water. What do you do?
I vote Breckle goes first.
He's
Eric's good with that.
transformed, right?
Yeah, he's taken the form of an alligator somehow.
Can
Or a
I
crocodile.
Can I send him under the water with incantation?
What specifically do you want to do? You can't really see him properly if he goes too deep.
I just want to try and find him so I can detect his magic, detect his spell, so I can dispel it potentially while he's underwater, and then he'll have to come up. Roll
Okay,
the
yeah.
spell.
I'll give you a -10. So yeah,
So would that be a test to cast a spell or a test to find
an
him?
incantation test, like a skill test, to see if you can work out where he is to cast it.
Can I assist Brickle in any way?
Not on that kind of test, but you can also try to do it.
Okay.
I made it.
All right, so you sense that the Hans Guberman, I'm pretty sure is his name.
That is what you gave him.
Yep, Hans Guberman is somewhere quickly swimming around the ruin itself. He's actually coming around behind you. So you have to like move around to get in range, and he's quick. He's clearly not trying to fight you dead on at this point.
Oh, at least he's that smart. If I moved out into the water and tried to draw him towards me, would I be able to get a reaction before he could attack me?
If you're like braced and ready for a fight, you probably notice the water moving before he got too close. Yeah.
So I'm
Also,
gonna move.
if she's going to do that, can I go up in a high spot so I can get an aim?
Yep. Let's see. You're going to be climbing onto something.
I think it's coordination, maybe.
Yeah. Give me a coordination plus. It's probably a +30 at this point. It's pretty easy to climb on these walls.
Coordination. Here we go. Coordination +30.
Or athletics, I guess that one.
Coordination works. Let's see. +30 is. You go.
Nice. Okay, so you can move up onto the walls. I've just disabled restrict movement on line of sight, so you can like move between spaces to see properly on either side.
What's the highest spot over here?
That's pretty much one of the highest spots. Like the ruin isn't very tall at this point. Most of it's been.
Okay, well, someplace where I can get a good shot into the pool and a good shot to the right there, to south,
Yep.
down south.
Prickle moves out here and yells out, "Hans Guberman, you coward! Come and face me like a man would, instead of like some elven child."
Yes, Lola says, "Come like a few steps closer, just so I can make sure I can stab at that bastard."
So you're not willing to go in the water there.
Hell no, that's a stupid idea.
See, you hear in the distance. You're too late, silly baby wizard. I am already too powerful.
Prove
The
it,
artifact
bitch!
is mine.
Prove it, bitch!
He just disappears into the distance. He's coming from like shouting in this direction, and he's getting further away from you. At least it sounds like that.
Wait, from which direction?
Like over here.
I'm not seeing
Over
anything.
where?
I think
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm on the wrong layer. Over this direction.
Ah, okay.
So he's like swam around and he's running away.
Guys, I can't get my mouse to work. I need a new battery. So I'll be away for the next 30 minutes scurrying around trying to find a AA battery. All right. I'll be back
Right,
soon.
man. No
NPC
problem.
me. Okay.
So yeah, I want Asher and Frickle to roll incantation, please.
Okay.
All right, another one.
Yeah, just another one. Asher? Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Asher, you sense that the this kind of weird portal-y kind of device in the middle of the room. It's like it's
Mhm.
calling to you. It's like it wants you to reach out and take the power away. You think you can do it? You think this thing can make you more powerful?
Go for it. When has something like this
Danger,
ever gone
Robinson.
wrong?
Danger, Robinson.
Do I notice her going crazy and trying to steal my portal?
It's not your portal. It's a
It is
public
now.
land. Any crocodile can come and use the portal.
No crocodiles allowed.
Well,
I
let's
think
would
this is
drop
something that
Freckle if it
even-
means we get control of the pet portal. Just ask me for it.
So, I mean, Freckle, you sense that the portal has been used recently and can be easily reactivated with, like, just a bit of concentration. It's not even magical power. But, yeah, Asher, you think absorbing the power of this portal can make you incredibly potent.
Sounds like utter bullshit.
How badly do we want to get this crocodile bastard?
quite badly.
Well, maybe if we get some blood in the water.
He's not.
But that's-
He's not actually a crocodile.
Yeah, she's a human.
Yeah,
And
Lilith
also,
is just
yeah,
looking for an excuse to, like, hurt Freckle.
I'm disappointed. This is a team game. There's no
Yeah, Team
Lilith
Lilith.
in team.
Well, if there's no Lilith in team, there's gonna be a whole lot of bodies.
So yeah, Asher, roll resolve.
Okay.
Okay. In the sudden, kind of strange, uncharacteristic move, like you wouldn't see yourself normally doing this.
Mhm.
You reach out with the magical potential you know. Try to force your will upon the portal. Frickle, you realize Asher's doing this?
I had 2 actions held this whole time. Can I try and dispel this?
Yep, you can try to dispel the influence Asher is exerting upon the runes.
Can I think of any reason she would be doing this aside from just to turn off the portal?
I think that right now you have no idea what the fuck she's doing. You just feel like magic's getting warmed up, things are getting weird. You're like,
Lilith noticed something weird's going on and asks, "What you doing, cutie booty?"
And her magic's getting warmed up in my general direction, isn't it? Because I'm in the middle of the portal.
oh yeah, like directly in your direction. Eric, you see Asher trying to force lift the
What you
Awesome.
doing?
You have no idea what's going on there.
No kidding. I have zero
Nothing,
magic.
don't worry about it. It's calling me.
Good, go for it. Trust your instincts.
That's right.
Well, that should have been channeled 3 steps. Always channeled 3 steps.
Did you succeed? Yep. No chaos. A little bit of corruption. Okay.
Wait, did I get my chaos rank last session? I remember to put that on.
I didn't check, so I'm not sure.
Give me 1 second.
Okay, so Asher, you feel your magical influence upon the portal is struck down instantly. Roll resolve plus 10.
Freckle will shout, "No, don't do anything. At the very least, wait until we deal with the crocodile."
You can choose to act in any way you wish at this point. You can continue to try to exert force upon the portal, or you can do nothing.
I'm going to do nothing. I'm just gonna like touch my head, like, what the hell?
Okay, so now
It's that damn wizard's fault.
What was that
the,
about?
the area is quietened again.
I'm gonna assume I can't sense Gooberman anymore.
No, you can sense his magical power in the portal, but you can't sense him anymore. He legitimately swam away.
Well,
Eric's just sat on a wall chilling out,
Yeah.
feet in the water.
No, he's not that brave.
Is it a warm, sunny day?
Yeah, it's pretty nice out. Actually, it's a lot more humid and warm than it was like just a few miles to the south of you. It's actually startling how quickly the climate's changed.
alright, well, Freckle's gonna study this portal then, and keep a slight eye on Asha to make sure she doesn't try and vaporize him again, and try and see if I can get it working.
You can roll incantation.
This is gonna be the one incantation roll I fail.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you to roll all your good ones and then just failure for every spell the rest of the session. No, yep, you could easily restart the portal. It's a really good condition for something this old.
Excellent work, Freckle. Now you go first.
Sure. I was planning to go first anyway.
My question is, how did he know we were coming here? And like, why is he doing this?
I have a funny feeling that he might have something to do with either John Hotcaster or, as a shapeshifter, he could have just listened in on us.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying we get to murder all the things that look like they're listening in on us now? Lilith
You
says
did-
with a look
You
of
did
glee on
feed
her
that
face.
dog. You did feed that dog crocodile meat.
What's that? Are you saying the dog might have been him?
Yeah, you never know. Who knows?
I don't like to think that he would have eaten his dear good friend. He would have had to know that it was his good friend. I feel like that's kind of messed up if he did.
So, yeah,
Are you saying you
you
wouldn't eat your friends if they were delicious and dead? They're not really your friends
Honestly,
anymore.
I probably would, but that's besides the point.
So around all of you, suddenly the world darkens as Frickle raises and touches a hand to the portal, and a small bolt of lightning strikes from the sky before the sky clears once more into a bright and sunny day. All of Frickle's loose robes and like his cape and hat is like whooshed back and ripples with an unseen wind as the portal opens.
Woohoo!
Ooh.
You know, Freckle, I never realized just how fat you are for a gnome. I thought you were just a regular gnome, but you know, you dress well for your size.
Especially
Sparkle's actually slim. You're the fat one in the party.
aren't you like chubby?
We're not fat, we're husky. It's fine.
Eric, you're sure this is like some kind of World of Warcraft shit? You shouldn't be here.
That's what I'm thinking too. If Frickle goes in, I'll follow though.
I'm going.
Okay, Frickle is in. Anyone else want to follow?
I mean,
Lilith picks up a rock and throws it as Freckle as he's going into the portal.
Okay, that's needlessly vindictive, but sure, yeah. So, Nick, we have just
I'm
opened
fine.
the portal. It seems like the alligator ran away. I'm not sure he's there. I'll just assume he goes with you guys. You step out into a brightly lit room. It's kind of very dry and cold in this place.
Warm up by this fire. Cold in here.
The
What
fire
is-
doesn't.
What
It'll-
is all this stuff that doesn't look like it quite matches with the tile set?
Yeah, close enough.
What you mean the glowing chests?
Yes, the glowing chests and fire and whatever this thing is.
Why don't you investigate?
So you say the fire isn't
I will,
warm. Does it
There we go.
like
I'll
seem like it will
investigate this
burn me
first.
if I put my like hand close to it?
It's cold.
It's a mint fire.
Hmm.
So you see a tome on a stand. It's been opened recently because there's been dust disturbed. Looking at the chests in the corners of the room, you notice that both of them were slightly open and there's nothing inside.
What does the tome say?
Well, that's suspicious. Oh,
Moving
well,
over
there's
to the tome. Sorry.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
next to
go-
the tome. Oh, you want
yeah,
me to
there's-
be what right here? Is this close? Is this better?
Yeah. You open the book and all the pages are blank.
there's a room in here that's like full of gold, and then there's another room with a giant magical orb thing.
I'm gonna grab the tome. Can I pick it up?
You try to get your fingers around it, but it seems to be like attached, like it's magnetized to the stone.
How do magnets work?
Well, it's paper, so it is very confusing.
Alright, so there's a room full of gold, and here's a giant magical stone.
When you enter this room here and look at the giant glowing orb, you notice that the ground seems to be rotting away, the stone giving way to an organic purple sludge.
yeah, okay, I'm out of here.
Can I try and investigate it any at all with the skill to learn more about it or what it's doing?
You can roll incantation -30 or folklore -30.
Folklore -30?
Yep.
Well, incantation is mildly better. Oh, so close.
So yeah, Nick, to catch you up on what's going on, the alligator seems to have swam away and hidden. Asher tried to steal the magic of the portal, but managed to resist doing that. And Frickle opened up the portal to lead to this little room. You're in right now.
Well, to catch you up, everything's going brilliant. Now, front door is broken and we're locked in. So I can't go and get a battery, so I don't have a mouse. So I'm on my mobile and can't see the map. Wonderful.
It's all fine. You don't need a mouse.
Yeah, we have to rely more on
Audio
No.
described like they do for blind people on movies.
Oh god, I have to put effort in. My god. No one said I had to do my job.
So is the
So-
portal
Yeah.
staying
Nice
open?
special effects for the gate too.
Frickle, do you touch any of the sludge or the orb?
Touch it. You
Not
know
that
you want
I'm
to.
implying that would be bad.
Touch it.
Yeah,
We
I
need
touch
to
it.
know.
Okay,
God, why would you do? Hold on, let me roll.
so you take 3 corruption.
Oh boy! That's perfect.
And,
Why can't it just give me? If I eat it, do I get a chaos rank?
you pick it up and it kind of drips around in your hand, but it doesn't seem to actually like as water. It doesn't seem to like attach itself. It kind of forms a little puddle in the middle of your palm, and as you turn your hand, it falls off of your hand without attaching or sticking to you at all.
Can I
Like
get a
it's-
jar of the stuff?
Yeah, you could just scoop it up into a jar.
That's perfect. I'll take it. I've got a lot of jars of things.
Can you just take the money and leave then? Because like it seems that the crocodile dude stole everything that's worthwhile here.
I don't know. This seems pretty worthwhile. So
And
I
I'm
can
pretty
just
sure
go
the
through
money's
the
a
treasure.
trap.
Okay then.
Oh yeah, Lilith would like to
So-
see if there's a trap in this room with money.
What's the roll to detect traps?
That would be awareness.
Skullduggery, I think, or awareness. No, skullduggery is to disarm them and stuff. I think awareness.
Yeah,
is
it's
fine.
awareness to detect them. Yeah, you can roll awareness. That's fine.
Oh, should I only have a 30? What do I have? It should be 40. No, yes, I have a 39 in perception, so if anyone has better, they would be better at finding these traps than I would.
I will assist you.
Okay. Checking for traps. Oh, sweet.
And rolling dice.
4 degrees of
with
success.
helping dice to see if I get better. No.
No, it's still better. That's 18 rather than 8, so 5 degrees of success.
Okay. Yeah, you don't seem to detect any traps. Looking in the coins, you see that none of the coins are like any you've seen before. They all feature a nude woman with kind of bat-like wings sprouting from her back.
So this orb isn't solid.
As you walk out and push your hand into the orb itself, it kind of cracks and breaks away, and then when you release your hand, the area that broke has been replaced before you could even like see it.
What happens if I hit it really hard?
Oh,
A chunk of it comes off and is replaced before you can register.
What happens to the chunk?
It falls to the ground and turns to goop.
Well, you seem to have made yourself some lunch.
See lots of goop on the floor. So yep, there's about 200 gold coins, but they're not gold. They're like a treasure rather than the currency.
Okay.
they-
200
they
gold coins is
all-
going to be really heavy. Is this going to be something that we need to consider, or are we just carrying them between us?
If you carry them between you, it shouldn't be an issue. There's a bunch of you, so
Okay.
What happens if I write something in this book?
Your ink, as you pull out your ink, and write something. And what do you write? What do you want to write?
My name is Tom Riddle. I mean, oh, all right. Hello, or what is this place? Something like that.
When
Kilroy
you-
was here. Kilroy was here.
When you Kilroy's, yeah, that's good. When you write hello, the ink slowly fades away, and then when you write, what is this place? The page, the ink kind of slides away from where you wrote, and on the page it forms into a kind of map of the rooms.
Rooms. Is there more than just the two that we found?
No, it's just it seems to be the floor plan of the area you can see.
Okay, let's ask, what is this place?
I thought that's what I just asked.
No, that you asked. No, wait, what did you ask?
I asked, what is this place?
Okay, so
Yeah, she did.
yeah, okay then. What does this place do?
The ink fades away.
What is the purple orb?
The purple orb kind of forms, and the ink on the page actually turns like purple, and you see tiny motes of lightning flicker across the pages. And within, you see a curled up figure, and then the ink disappears.
Who
Okay.
is the woman on the coins?
You see a kind of stylized picture of the woman on the coins. Seems to be a naked woman wearing a loincloth with the bat wings.
What can this woman do for me?
It's,
So heartless.
Yes, she is. She's a serial killer.
the ink fades away.
Is it just fading away for everything Lilith writes?
No, it
Okay.
just
Well, everything you've tried to write so far. You just
Yeah.
haven't asked the right thing, though. What is the mantle?
Good question.
on the page, 7 items. Let me check my handout. Okay, so I've got to change my handout so you guys can't see some of the information. So get rid of that.
The obvious next question is a map to the items that it's talking about.
I mean, if we can't take the book with us, I don't think having it draw a map would be all that great.
We can copy a map.
Guess we could try. Although I think where would probably be the. I guess that's technically probably why it would draw us a map. But it probably won't be a map, but it'll be like a treasure map from Red Dead Redemption where it just shows you like blurry images and stuff.
Eric can
see.
draw if you get him some sand and a stick.
On the two-
Mantle of Virtue.
The 2 pages, one on the left, one on the right, seem to show different figures. You can't quite make them out, but one of them is the naked woman with the wings, while the one on the other page seems to have some kind of dove wings.
I don't trust doves.
Neither
Nothing
do
that
I. Bats are
delicious.
much more reliable.
Yeah, nothing that delicious should have so many good connotations with it.
A variety of kind of artifacts are drawn in an image, and you seem to have like an innate understanding of what they are now, and you recognize some of the ones that you have.
Interesting.
Immune to lust and charm. There's something we really got to get well with.
So, yep. If you guys can work out the naming scheme, I will be very impressed. So, yep. And don't just Google it. That's normie style. Yeah.
Take all the fun out of it.
The ink fades away at that point.
Does anyone have anything to write on?
Freckles should have. I mean, both the wizards have the grimoires and also like writing with them at all times.
Excellent. So if we ask where these things are, we can write down the directions. Excellent. So you know what? Let's make a shopping list right now. Tick off the ones we've got.
Okay, so is that what you ask it?
Unless someone else has something better?
No, I'll ask where is the mantle. That'll be my next thing. I mean, the only thing I can see is that they're all Latin words. I don't know what else. Is that the naming scheme that they're in Latin?
They are in Latin, but
They are the 7 deadly sins, maybe?
yeah, that's half of it. So, yeah, just all those. Move those over to here. When you ask where is the mantle, you see a stylized depiction of the island you're on.
Any more direction than
Cheeky.
that?
That's real cheeky.
That's all you see.
Yeah, it should have showed us a picture of the galaxy, to be honest. That would have been funnier. We wouldn't know what the hell it was either.
With
so
the
it'd be
UR
fun.
dot on it.
Yeah, yeah.
What does the world look like to our gods?
I mean, the turtle. That's what it was. It'd show us a picture of the turtle.
That's the book kind of feels kind of sassy at this point, like you're taking the piss, and the ink fades away.
Okay. Lilith asks for directions to one of the items we don't have yet. What's one of the items we don't have?
The armor.
The bow.
Oh, yeah, the bow. We don't have the bow.
So when you ask for the bow, you see the ink kind of lifts up off the page and multiplies as if like a waterfall of shimmering black fluid, and it shifts and twists around you until it forms a figure. And just around you, you see.
Oh, it's my old pet.
That's right.
Hey, Book, I am sorry, Book.
And it's like walking around you, and then suddenly
turns back into
it's
ink.
still, and it turns towards you, and lashes towards you, and before it can touch, it turns to dust, and then the dust disappears.
Okay.
Big spider starting to
some cryptic nonsense.
See, I know exactly what that means, but that's because, like, I was GM'd in this game for a while. So, not gonna, like, tell you any of the answers to this, and I will not direct them to any of the things then.
Man, I doubt you even know the answer to that.
Yeah, I do.
That's esoteric.
Like, if it had been any of the other ones, maybe I might have not understood that, but since it was the spider specifically, and you told me about the spider specifically because I got it for my game...
I just told you what the spider can do, I didn't tell you the story. But yeah, anyway, so yep, do you ask the book any other questions?
So if we ask...
Can we take it with us?
The book is still attached to the stone tablet.
Well, I wanted to ask the book.
Oh, the ink just disappears.
Are you lonely? It's gotta be lonely. It's a book sitting here with no other books.
The ink disappears as well. Look, this isn't like a chatty book. It's very
Well,
professional.
I can understand that. I mean, I wouldn't mind asking about all the items, but I feel like that's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
You could just ask, like, where are all the items? Or
Alright,
something.
yeah. Where are all the items? Let's try that.
So, you see a stylized image of Grickus appear right next to you. And then next to him, you see a host of familiar faces pop up. And also the spider appears behind them. I've deleted the spider. So there we go. There we go. They
Shouldn't I be the? I've got a mantle item too.
do you?
I've got the cloak.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put that on you. So you have the cloak of Luxaria. No one else took that.
I
Completely forgot
wasn't
about it.
planning on letting them.
You actually have that. Anyone want to contest that? You can, I don't know, have a wizard battle.
I'm the one who found it. Man. That's
So, yeah.
that's finders keepers.
Freckle, you are also among the people. That's all the items, yeah. Frickle, Grickus, Hans, Lady Sandalwood, the Hawkcaster that raised Asher, Ashob, and the spider.
Oh wait, what is the spider even doing with the bow?
Well, look at its
the
size.
bow
It's
is
obviously
also
not a
a
normal
Zweihander.
spider.
What is the spider doing with a Zweihander?
Whatever it wants.
Look
Why
at
gotta
the
be
size of-
judgmental?
Look at the size
What-
of the beast. It's obviously an Arcat spider, so it obviously has a treasure hoard somewhere. Devious
You
things.
need to roll folklore for that.
Come on, that was the extent of
Mr.
what I was going to explain to them.
Mr. Metagamer.
Yeah, but I also know exactly where it is. Like, I figured
So-
figure out that it was more than like a special kind of spider just by the size.
Well, no, you critically failed that folklore roll. That's clearly a black widow spider. It's usually found in barns. All we have to do is just search all the barns, and eventually we'll find the Zweihander. I think that's what you're saying.
So
Yeah.
you're saying we're looking for a widowmaker with a really accurate weapon?
I'm disappointed in you. I don't even
You
play
should
Overwatch.
be.
So, yep. The eventually the figures all fell away, including Doppelgrickus and Doppelfrickle.
I should have cast my spell, and then there would have been 3 Frickles. Wouldn't that be a great thing?
No.
Well, I guess we should leave then. We
Wait,
got nothing out of this.
Yeah.
Lilith takes a
that's-
closer look at the chest before she goes.
My Roll20 just restarted for some reason. So you look at the chests and you see that they've both been opened and closed, and there's nothing inside of them at the moment.
Oh,
You know, what happens
You
if
know
I
what?
take some of these gold coins and put them in the chests?
And then close it and open it again.
Nothing happens. You,
Lilith asks the book, what's the deal with the chests?
so the you see a picture of a horn of like a cornucopia with food in. Looks delicious. It appear on the book, and then the cornucopia is placed inside a chest and closed. And it's the blue chest.
Well, what happens if we put some food in the blue chest?
Nothing happens.
What about? I'll ask the book about the red chest.
You gave us a book that'll tell us all our answers, but like, what did you expect?
Yeah, you see a rolled up like military banner, tightly pressed into the red chest.
Oh, these are where the mantle things were stored, I guess, because one of them's the horn and one of them's the banner.
Okay.
Oh, so can this change the mantle items into their other form, I wonder? Is that what it does?
That's an interesting theory. Could be it.
I mean, we're capable of testing this theory right now.
But
You
it's
do
true.
have
That's,
mental
that's
items.
I'm
And,
gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stick my cloak inside of one of the boxes and see what happens.
Before you
Which
put
one do you stick
anything
it
into, like, before you stick anything in any boxes, we should figure out which one of our mantle items is the least useful, and then do it on that.
Well,
Probably the gloves. To be
yeah,
honest.
the gloves at the moment are like healing gloves. And
Actually, no, healing gloves are pretty useful. Now that I think about it.
You probably shouldn't mess with our mantle items. Just saying.
Like, I'll be fine.
the skullduggery gloves are a bit. They let him pick locks really well.
Yeah, they would. And the extra gold's nice. Well, he's not even here, so we can always come back, I suppose, and do this later.
Yeah, okay.
As long as Vasha doesn't go destroying the portal. I mean, actually, I'll ask the book, where is this place?
Yeah, that's a good question. When you do it, you see an orb, and you see like dozens of little dots around the orb, and then beyond it, there's a very big dot with thousands of little dots. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense to you, and one of them is glowing.
Who is John Hortcaster? That'll be my last question. We'll see if it answers that. Because he knew about this place, and he apparently knew the people who lived here.
Yep. Let me find that. It's I guess that would be like his current form. So this guy pops up.
Oh,
Very descriptive. Thanks, book.
this book has far more knowledge than I thought it would. Well, let's ask it, how many people have I killed?
Yeah, the ink fades away at that.
Okay, so its knowledge is not infinite. Probably
Oh,
stuck to
it
just
seems
this
its
island.
knowledge. Its knowledge seems to be pretty infinite, but I think the book just doesn't particularly care to answer most of your questions.
It's a mystery.
You know, I could just dive through the portal right now and then turn it off from the other side, and you guys would all die here.
We
Take
have
it or
our
leave
own
it.
much better wizard.
Yeah, but I can shut off the portal.
I think we'll be fine.
Lilith already said we could eat her.
Asia,
That's
quick,
true, that's
run
true.
through the portal with me.
See, I'm not evil like you. I wouldn't just kill all these people. It's one of the, like, whenever you're driving down the highway and you're like, man, I could just swerve in the traffic and everyone would die. You know, it's one of those thoughts.
Oh god.
So
I hope you're recording this.
Of course.
let's see. When you come back through the portal, you like stumble through the water because it's kind of like knee high, and you see that you have company.
We're still on the other map.
Yeah, no, I just
Yeah, he's setting it up well. Like, before he brings us over. Why, hello, you fine young man. How can we help you?
Who's that?
And lady.
Rodo Kedge? Is that the fucking Inquisitor that doesn't like me?
That's
Yeah.
the lady who wouldn't speak yet.
Yeah, the strange knight who doesn't like me, who I suspect is an Inquisitor. Oh, hey, look, it's a Hotcaster too. It's Lord Hotcaster.
Hey, Hotcaster.
He kind of
around.
taps Rhodo on the shoulder, and she like looks at him, and then she steps aside, and he walks through towards you guys, and he says, "Ah, it's good to see you. I was worried there. I felt this site activate."
It's
Yeah.
a shame we didn't get here sooner. The dastardly scoundrel managed to get here before us. A wizard who was in league with some of the thieves who were stealing from the town.
Oh, how terrible! Did
Yeah,
you
it's very annoying. And,
did you find anything inside that place?
There was some purple goop and some treasure that we left.
Some treasure you left. You wouldn't mind if
Ching, 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 ching.
he nods towards one of the armored figures, and the armored figure walks into the portal and disappears. And he says, "So, I heard that you didn't intervene where the goblins."
There were just a lot of goblins. I don't know how you expected us to fight off, 300-400 goblins.
And they seem
We
kind
just
of
get
nice.
them to fight each other, but we weren't so good at that.
Oh, you misunderstand me. I'm disappointed you did not put yourself to your full capabilities. He looks at Asher. But you're all your own people, and you can make your own decisions. Here, people are free to act in any way they desire, so long as they follow the law, which you've all done. You should be very content with your current standing. Listen, I probably overreacted coming here myself. It's good to see that you're all doing your best to serve this community.
Like, at a game, how quickly did he get here? 'Cause this place isn't, like, close to town, is it?
If he left the same time you, like, it would have been really obvious. You'd have known.
Yeah.
This place is like a day and a bit away.
And
so most likely he used magic to get here.
Also brought his mates.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
like
know
Lilith,
that
yeah,
spell,
Lilith,
actually.
unless
Some
Asher would
spells in the
already
book.
know, like Lilith, like straight up asks him, like, how did you get here so quickly?
Oh, I sensed that this place was being used. As he's talking, the armored figure walks out, takes his place, looks at Hordcaster, makes an exaggerated nod, and then looks back at you guys. And Hordcaster says, "Oh, very good, very good. It's a terrible shame that you did not acquire the artifact that was
We
located
will.
here." But
Wait, if you knew that it was here and already, why didn't you just come get it yourself?
well, the mantle items are powerful magical items, but I don't really have a use for them at the moment, to be honest with you. So I'll let you collect them. But I've been contemplating your presence on the island, and the lot of you seem like individuals who make change, who force people to adjust to your presence. I'm very impressed, and I have a gift for you all. For your service, I heard that you'd work with the militia to return the items stolen from these terrible brigands to people who rightfully own it. And he reaches into his pocket, and he pulls out a small bag. He opens it. It's like a velvet purple bag, and he pulls out simple-looking rings. And he said, "These aren't incredibly potent magical items like them, but they're a little project I was working on, something to increase the survivability of my soldiers." He waves a hand towards his friends. He says, "They should turn an arrow or maybe a blade, not incredibly potent, but useful nevertheless. Each of you is offered a ring that will give you 1 point of magical protection."
I try and see if it does anything else.
Roll incantation minus 30. You can't really tell if there's any other enchantments on it.
Well, I'll
It's a
just
very weak enchantment anyway. It's small.
I'm gonna keep it with me, but I'm not gonna put it on.
So would I know, like, are these just his personal guard, or is that like this is like a special force that he has?
You know his personal guard usually wears kind of poofy, flowery clothes. These guys are in plate,
Okay.
so you can't really see their faces through their armor.
No, I'm gonna ask him. So you know, what's her face doesn't talk very much. What's her deal? She doesn't like me very much, I don't think.
He turns and says, "She has religious reasons to be quiet."
Well, we gathered that much.
I don't pry too much into the lives of my employees. There's cultural differences, and quite often it's pointless to question things that don't cause tremendous issues.
Well, I'll be honest. My life feels mighty pried into right now.
I
That's
agree.
fair enough, but I think that's a consequence of you acclimatizing to the island.
Ash was just like a little upset because he was just like, yeah, you didn't do as best as you could have done, and just like, oh no, disappointment.
Lilith hugs Aisha.
So yeah, Hawkcaster kind of turns on his heel neatly and strides off, and then he stops mid-stride, and he turns back and he says, "Oh, and your little goblin friend."
Which one?
He smiles at that and says, "You know the one.
I wasn't aware we had
The,
any.
Egg shop.
The little goblin woman who fancies herself a magician. She is not what you seem, not what you think. And she is going to try to manipulate you."
Well, I feel like
Yeah.
she already has. Like we let her kill the witch.
That's
You
a
really
good
think the
point.
witch is dead?
Oh well, the witch isn't. We let her destroy the witch's tower, which worked out in our favor. I'll point out.
She said ding dong when she was done.
A clever ruse.
So he says, "Well, in any case, next time you see her, might not be a bad idea to watch out for knives in your back."
You're manipulating us too. You're just as much. That's just how this island works, from what I can tell.
Listen, this island functions on altruism. Altruism that I've offered freely without anything asked in return.
It wouldn't be altruism if he wasn't that, would it now?
Precisely. Being kind and doing the right thing make the world go round, even if you don't benefit from it immediately. Remember that. And then he turns and keeps walking. The others rush to catch up with him.
So are you gonna give us a magic sheet with this item in it?
I'll make you all a handout for that later. But for now, it basically all it does is give you an extra point in damage threshold. That's it.
Okay.
A damage threshold modifier.
Okay.
And they disappear. So yeah. What do you want to do now?
I guess. Throughout our visit through the portal and then out the portal when we were talking to that dude, would I be able to pick up the scent of the stupid wizard?
No. He is very, very gone.
What do we know what this cave is? Is this like actually a cave, or is it just a tunnel that goes through this mountain range?
You actually went there. It leads to the hideout you found, and it also leads to the sewers underneath Hortcaster.
Oh, that's the hideout we found.
You didn't explore the entirety of the cave system, but it didn't lead into the jungle.
Yeah, okay.
Well, if our goal is to find the rest of these items, we should probably track down that enormous spider.
That would be a solid start. And I say that heading back to Hortcaster to find a library of some form would probably be the best. Because right now, all we've got to go on is your mad ramblings about it being a Black Widow in a barn.
Hey, I only failed. I didn't critically fail.
No, I critically failed.
Oh, you okay.
Okay, so yep, you make your way back through the kind of
Let's see
camp.
if I know it is.
Camp Fort. So yeah, you go walking through this kind of wooded area. It's kind of calm and relaxing. And after a good few hours, you come across some about 4 or 5 elves. They've got kind of chain armor covering, chain shirt covering their chests and stomachs, but their arms are bare. They've got kind of simple plate helmets and quite colourful tabards over it all.
How many did you say?
Pardon?
How many did you say?
There's 5 of them.
Okay.
And they glance your way, and they kind of frown when they see some of your hats, but they don't
Looking at elves.
make any overt movements. And they kind of call
Hey,
out.
fellow members of the better species, want a party?
Hello there. Why exactly were you near the divide?
Oh, that's business. We couldn't talk about that unless you were either part of our group or paying us for work. We're not in the habit of giving out valuable information to just passers-by.
Very well. He turns and nods to his friends, and they all walk away from you.
Boo!
Frickle
Boo to your
puts
sexy
his-
asses!
Frickle puts his fingers up by his ears to make knife ears and laughs at them while they're walking away and can't see.
Eric slaps Frickle on the back. That's right, Frickle, otherwise his hand goes through.
Lilith
okay.
makes a unarmed attack against Frickle.
Ooh,
Hey, now,
PvP.
no fighting in the party. That's not right. I don't believe in fighting in the party. That'll actually hurt me.
It probably won't. Lilith is terrible at fighting.
It probably will. Like, Frickle is not a meat shield.
I have 5 damage threshold.
And my modifier is 3 on it. Don't I get a -1 for being barehanded now?
Yeah. Frickle's modifier is Brawn 2. He's not very good at dealing with being hurt. So you're using Brigandine armor, right, Friggle?
Yep.
You should have a 6 damage threshold with the ring. Oh, you're not putting it on? Yeah. That's true. Ah, you'd be so safe if you had it.
You know, I don't trust. So far, one of the Heartcasters is a vampire, and the other one's an immortal who's very clearly a bit off his rocker to me. I'm not putting. The last ring that someone gave us for free was cursed to make someone their slave, and we have all the proof we need of that.
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
worked out
putting on the-
fantastic.
Like there was a very different enchantment, like straight up. That's a very different kind of style. But yeah, after that strange encounter with the elves, you walk past the tent city. You get some shouts like, "Hey, we got a barbecue over here, Joe!" As they see your red hats, and you also get some scowls, frowny faces from.
Are you guys
elves.
actually wearing those hats?
Of course we are.
And you also
Okay,
see,
like
some
it is. Like if
see a
you
bunch
kill
of
Lilith,
kobolds.
it's fine.
who wave at Grickus and are
You don't want to kill
neutral.
Lilith, she's our token elf.
Yeah, but she's gonna try to kill you in your sleep now.
Okay, so you get past there. And are you heading down to Hawkcaster or to Richwater?
Probably. Did Richwater have a library? Did they know what books are?
Not really, but they did have an abbey.
They did have an abbey, but I feel like Dorchester is probably more likely to have an actual library somewhere.
Okay.
Easy enough to go to. So
Any-
yeah, you
yeah.
go to Hawkcaster and you try to find like a public library and don't find anything. Roll rumor.
Okay.
Lilith looks for a guardhouse or something that will have a decent number of people who are defending areas.
I made rumor.
You don't actually find any guardhouses within the city limits. You do find like lots of shooting ranges and like practice halls and stuff. And there's a lot of like private individuals who focus on defending towns and areas within the towns.
Yeah, well, I look for a knowledgeable private individual who's about defending the town then.
Okay, Barry, you do find out a rumor that basically you speak to a kind of older, kindly-looking woman in a bookshop, and she says, "Oh, if you're looking for a library that contains information about the island, things like that, my collection isn't the best. I mostly focus on cooking recipes. Incredible, the stuff I get in here. Can I interest you in a little book I found, and it describes like cranberry sauces and the things you do with cranberry sauces.
Now, cranberry sauce, and that is very interesting.
Yeah,
It's a classic of my homeland, actually.
Within meat or
lots of
buff for me.
Do you have
Cranberry
anything in
sauce.
there about Nutter Butters? That's another classic. That's the pinnacle of cuisine of my home.
Hang on, and she walks to the back room and leaves you there for like 10 minutes. And while that's going on, you do find a lot of private individuals who are like mercenary forces and such. Lilith, what are you doing with them?
She asks if they know where any giant spiders are about.
Giant spiders?
You know, like bigger than I am. Ride 'em like a horse.
Bigger than you are? Nutcase. There are no giant spiders.
Oh, could I go?
Are
And
there any
ask,
real heroes on this island? Because I know there's a giant spider here somewhere. You're just too much of a wuss to go face it.
Listen,
Okay,
there's giant bats. There's that dragon. You see that a lot. And there's lots of goblins. There ain't no giant spiders.
That's just silly. Oh, there's giant crocodiles too. Don't forget about that.
Yeah.
You're talking about the sewer gators, not real.
Anyway, so
You see my missing friend here? He got eaten by one of those sewer gators. Now, tell me where the real heroes are so that they can direct us to these terrifying monsters.
He kicks you out of his establishment.
Damn elves always causing a ruckus.
That's
So
right.
you were talking to the woman. She was going to tell you a rumor by Cranberry. You didn't redirect her to like.
Well, I want to be friendly with her first, and then, well, I'll guide her now.
Okay, so she finds eventually like the cranberry. And she's like, and you've got this recipe here where you add like a custard powder when you're baking the cranberries. Oh, it's wonderful.
They have custard powders here. They discovered the secret of powderizing fats and medieval fantasy island.
There's a Renaissance fantasy island. Thank you very much. And yes. So she said, "Oh, what did you want? You wanted to rent a book? Yes. Here's the custard book. Yes, thank you very much."
No. I was
what?
looking for books on creatures from the island's lore and things of that nature.
Oh, well, I mostly do cooking books in my shop. If you ask around, a lot of people say that you can find like libraries of books in noble houses, and they let people come in and read them sometimes if you have good standing with them. But if you want this cranberry book, I can let you borrow it for 4 brass pennies, or you can buy it for 2 silver, and it would really help out my business.
You know what? I'll do it. I'll buy it for a couple of silver.
So the 2 silver, you now have a cookbook.
Yes, 2 silver. I now have a cookbook. Focusing on jams and such, I'm sure.
Yeah, like berries and cranberries and stuff. Very nice. So yeah, you now know that noble houses often keep libraries.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go talk to Sir James Greenwald. Okay, we have good standing with him.
Yep, you find his estate very quickly. It's kind of it's like an inner city estate, so it's not very big, but it's separated from all the other houses, and it's kind of a bulky square semi-castle thing. A wooden staircase goes up to a doorway in the middle of this like semi-tower, and you enter it. And there's a kind of big, tough-looking fellow who stops you at the doorway, and he says, "Who are you?"
I am Fricklefin Fargemer, and we were here to seek an audience to peruse the famous and illustrious Greenwalk Library.
That's upstairs, miss. That's lots of books. I don't. Wait, miss. Oh my God, you're a man. I've forgotten. That's upstairs, sir, and you can't go up there. They're having their dinner right now. It's not a place for guests unless personal guests. I could ask about you, but you must wait outside.
That is understandable. Please inquire about us at Sir Greenwalk.
I will. I believe he's in bed at the moment. This had better be important. And
Wait, he's in bed? What time is it? Or is it like the middle of the night?
it's midday.
Yeah.
Why are you being judgmental? This
Oh,
poor
no,
noble works so hard.
Thankfully, Frickle probably understands better than most. I'd probably rather be asleep too.
Don't worry, you'll be taking a dirt nap soon.
Ugh.
You literally cannot kill me.
So this guy goes upstairs, and after a few moments upstairs, down comes the familiar face of Sir Greenwalk, and he says, "Ah, my good friends, I've heard good things about your visit to the Hortcaster estate. Oh, is that you, Lady Asher?
Hi.
What are you doing with?
Well, she's-
Never mind.
She's traveling with me now, as she puts her arm around him.
He kind of frowns and says, "Oh, fair enough. How can I help you? You wanted to read some books?"
Yes, we were hoping to peruse your library for some information on the island we may need.
You wouldn't happen to know where
I-
any giant spiders are around here, would you?
Giant
Size
spiders.
heavily of that.
Giant spiders. Not particularly. I do remember that there's some legends of a spider god that the goblins worship. Ignorant fools they are. But giant spiders? No, I can't say I know of any giant spiders. I can give you access to my library and you can search yourselves, but I believe I've read all my books. What a strange concept. Surely spiders cannot be giant. It would be absurd.
Well, a lot of parts of this island
Well,
seem awfully absurd.
So does the concept of petty humans reading, but we deal with that every day.
And they wonder why we don't like elves.
I don't know. You see, that's the thing. You act like it's a bad thing that we don't like elves, but you are the epitome of an unlikable person.
Yeah, plus I
Yeah.
think you actually enjoy it.
No, I don't, but
If you make
Like-
an elf, especially if you make an elf as big of a dickbag as Lilith, you should expect everyone to not like elves.
it's like, I meant that it's literally problematic because she's a violent sociopath, but if you want to keep provoking her, that's fine.
No, it's okay. She's just a typical elf in that way.
I know, that's just what you expect.
Yeah. So he lets you go if everyone can roll education if you have it. If you don't have education, you have some nice cooked potatoes and corn on the cob. It's quite nice.
Oh man, for some reason I
Yay.
roll 20s.
Yummy, yummy.
I made my education.
Yay, food. Yummy, yum.
Lark.
Okay, yep. So Berry, no, can't keep track of the characters.
Oh, I should change it to Frickle.
Yeah, Frickle, what you read up on is pretty close to what James Grimlock described. He was really vague when this book goes into great detail of there's a pantheon of living gods among the goblins, including the dragon, which is obviously real. Talks about a giant lizard and
Have we seen the dragon?
no, but asking around, people have said, yeah, there's sometimes a giant dragon that flies around over the jungle. It's terrifying.
Wow. But God forbid there be a giant spider.
That'd be weird, wouldn't it?
It would
Giant
be.
Yeah.
spiders.
You know, it makes actually a dragon makes more sense than a giant spider because giant spiders have a kite in the shell, and so they collapse under their own weight a lot faster. They also couldn't breathe so good.
I didn't make the stupid thing.
I'm just saying. But they have a point. If they were educated, they would know that giant spiders are practically impossible.
Yes.
Silly elf.
So yeah, the goblins seem to have a pantheon of gods that includes a giant spider. That's all you can glean from this.
We happen to know a goblin.
You do. You happen to know a goblin who explicitly said she would be willing to help you in the future.
Yep. You know, we just gotta go visit their god and ask it politely for its, it's a spider. It can't be used with the bow or the Zweihander for anything. I'm sure it'll be reasonable.
Okay, so we've been. All right.
Being quiet about what I know about the spider.
So yeah, you can go to the. She didn't give you a means to contact her because she didn't have any. So she did tell you about the temple in the jungle, which is controlled by the goblins. Now, traveling through a jungle is a lot slower than traveling through a forest. To an absurd degree. It's like 100 meters is difficult to travel. It's going to take you a month to reach the temple.
I'd
On a
much rather
trip.
just do more jobs around town.
Can't we just go around the outside coast?
You can go around the coast if you can convince. You don't want to. If you go past the Badlands, people say there's giants in the hills.
I don't
It
know.
looks
So
like going
where
north
on the map is
faster.
where on this map? Oh, the Goblin Temple is up here.
Yeah, exactly. So north would be a better, quicker.
These rivers, do they continue to the temple?
There is a river that goes right to the temple.
I have a funny feeling these rivers aren't used very often because of frequent goblin ambushes.
That and they're pretty fast flowing, and there isn't many fish in them.
Oh, okay. Why is this place called Quiet Place? Is that something I could find out? Quiet Place seems a very interesting name.
When you ask around, people kind of giggle and they say, "Oh, you new arrivals," and you're like, "Yeah." Like, they think it's funny. It's really annoying.
That's probably named by an elf.
That would be my assumption.
You find a kind of old man, and he says, "Oh, it's called the Quiet Place because everyone there is dead. Awful.
Wow.
Not
Okay.
particularly dangerous in itself, but many people who stay there for a long period of time find themselves joining the unfortunate fellows there. Regardless, it's nearly impossible to reach the Quiet Place. You have to walk across the giant-infested Badlands. Awful.
So, do we want to go to the Goblin Temple? Or do we want to catch sheep and chickens around town?
I'm voting for goblins when you put it that way.
I vote for
Let's
main
go
quest
goblin.
over side quest.
Yeah. Goblin Temple sounds good to me. Although, now we have to decide, are we going to take the river, try and go around the coast, or just trudge through the jungle?
Jungles seem really dangerous places to me.
Yeah,
jungles
but so does
usually are.
Ocean.
Coast.
That's true. The ocean is...
Boat would be great.
Yeah, but the ocean is known in the setting to be infested with giant water monsters.
Yeah, look.
Well, if we
look,
keep to the shallows, then there won't draft get in.
Maybe the giants are friendly.
That's
one of
true.
rumors you didn't investigate was a few sessions ago. I remember a guard said that there was a siren that had been beached, and that it was just really, really stupid.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
So, like, if I do a rumor check, what can I gather around town? Like, anything else I could, like, just be like, hey, maybe we can do this instead. Going into the
looking
goblin
for
territory.
jobs. Yep.
Yeah.
You can find. Have you rolled a
Never
ruler?
mind. I failed. So I guess I'm going with them and doing this thing I don't want to do.
No, wait a second. There's a beach siren. If we went and took care of the siren, would we be able to take a boat around the coast?
It's been a few days. So once you go and investigate the siren, you see a few like fish scales, horrendously big and very colourful, left on the beachside, and no sign of the siren itself.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, I guess we'll trudge through the jungle.
All right.
If someone else is a better idea.
So
Lilith brings her
This is
slaves
when-
this time.
this is when supplies are going to be very important.
Yes,
Because-
they
I'll
will.
bring my lunch.
It's gonna take a month to get through the jungle and reach the temple itself. That's without any other problems.
Okay.
Like
so I guess
six weeks of rations then.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
6
6
weeks
that's
of
good.
rations will get us there, and we'll have to get more to get back.
What if the goblins are really civilized and can sell you neatly packaged rations?
Well,
What if it
better I
all
get
goes
to
terribly and we
promotion.
start murdering the goblins almost as soon as we get there?
Goblin bento boxes.
We're not gonna murder. We're friends with the goblins. we have
It's gonna,
Like,
what
are
a
you forgetting
donkey
that
to
we're
carry all this shit
PCs?
around.
We're friends with the. Not all goblins in all systems are evil creatures. These goblins are perfectly fine.
That's right. Plus, I agree with Lilith. PCs can't starve to death. It's ignominious.
I agree with Nick. Getting some kind of transport to help
It's
you.
got a couple
carry-
of donkeys in case the first one dies.
In the jungle, don't donkeys attract jaguars though?
No more than humans.
That's true.
Yeah, a couple. How much are donkeys?
How much for? Let's look at trappings. If the donkeys aren't in trappings, they're generally pretty reasonably priced. So
Yeah, they're not expensive in most games.
and they're not expensive in real life. Just easier to breed.
They eat less.
Let's see. Entertainment commodities, ammunition.
Animals.
You want
and
vehicles and animals?
Entertainment
Yeah.
commodity. Jesus.
Page
He's
231.
entertaining themselves with it.
Let's see. So an ox is 23 gold coins.
Yeah, donkey's going to be about 10 gold.
All contributed donkeys worth.
Okay, you get one donkey.
Oh, I should probably grab a second one.
You get 2 donkeys. That's enough to carry pretty much any equipment you need to carry.
Shouldn't we get a spare donkey to call it jaguar bait?
Oh yeah, that's how we have two.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 2 donkeys. That's 10. That's 20 gold.
So how many of us are there? How much is that each?
I put in 10 gold for one.
1, 2.
Is there
3,
somewhere Lilith can get some
Yeah.
kind of guard dog or something
Yeah,
to like
there's-
make an alarm if like for when we're sleeping?
You could just be nicer to Eric.
There are. You can buy a dog. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it says hunting dog, but that's not quite what I was looking for. But hunting dog would be
guard
useful.
dog. There's a watchdog in the wilderness. Supplies for 1 gold.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay, that's 1 gold for a watchdog.
Excellent.
We'll take 2. We'll take one more watchdog.
Okay, another watchdog. So you need enough supplies for the animals. That's going to be just like 1 gold for like 2 months. And you need, of course, the rations. Is there anything else you think you're going to?
Enough magical supplies, enough of these needles to last us.
Healing stuff too if we don't have it.
So I'll go ahead and buy another, I'll say 4 golds worth of the things and keep them around. I haven't really been keeping track of them too much, but I feel like, you know, if I buy this many, it should be more than enough to last us. I don't cast that many spells.
How close are you to maxing out on how many Mason will let you carry?
I've been toting around the max this whole time.
Okay, because yeah, like I was just gonna top you up if that wasn't enough.
No, I'll like I said, I'll spend 4 gold, and just the donkeys will also have a bag full of needles all over them.
Yep, that's fair enough. I mean, the donkeys, it just means that you're going to have to move to the donkey, equip a new thing, and then get it. So donkeys can carry.
It's like a refill of ammo. Like, you should probably get some arrows and bullets and stuff too, so that way we have ammunition for the journey.
Yeah, okay. So...
Oh, we should probably buy tents as well.
Well, yeah, some basic camping supplies would be good.
Well, let's get the 2-man tent.
Okay.
Wait, do I have to sleep? Is that a thing that I need to do?
Yes.
Yeah, you still need to sleep.
Okay. I mean, I'm dead technically, so you never know.
Yeah. Plus, you could have your duplicate pretend to sleep. That would fool the GM.
Okay, so there's... Now that you're preparing, I need 3 people, a guide, a survivalist, and a scout. Now, the guide needs good navigation.
I can do that.
The survivalist needs good survival skill. And the scout needs good stealth.
I can do that, actually. I can just turn into a bat and fly around. An invisible bat.
And I'm okay on survival.
Although, admittedly, Grickus would also probably be a really good scout, because Grickus is a very stealthy little kobold. We could both be scouts. Better 2 than 1.
Yeah, I actually think because it's rolled on the stealth roll, it'd probably be better to have Grickus doing it. I think he'd get more scores than you, but either one. So can I get a navigation roll, a survival roll, and a scouting roll?
Whoa, wait, before we leave town, because I'm assuming this is going to take at least a day.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
During the night, when everyone's asleep, Lala stealths into someone's room and steals that damn hat.
Whose room? Where are we staying? Do you know?
Right.
I'm assuming that, yes, Lelis knows where people are staying.
You steal Eric's hat, and then in the morning, Eric walks out of his room with another hat on his head.
That's right. Because I have a gross of them, I'm bringing them to the wilderness to spread around.
He has loads of them.
We're giving him the
I'm not even...
Go along.
That's not even a bullshit. I gave everyone in the party a hat, including Lilith, and Eric took the ones that...
Now that I think, that's going to be our plan for peace on the island. We're going to go and we're going to give out these hats to the goblins and make them join the militia so we can finally get rid of these elves.
Miga, make the island great again.
That's terrible. Let's see.
Like,
so
I didn't actually try to kill one of you people because I'm assuming that Eric doesn't want PvP to happen, but that's where I wanted to take this.
So that's pretty not a bad roll, Asher. So that's going to add about 2 days to your travel. Eric, you got survival, so you can ignore 1 week of rations. And I need a stealth check. Nick?
Stealth. I've also got survival. Where are we? Stealth. Plus 20 for my magic glove.
Yep, you've got magical gloves.
No, his gloves are pure right now.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they appeared. I mean, you've
I'll
succeeded
make
anyway.
a survival roll as well.
Well, you
You can
don't
only
need
take
to.
you can only take one
That's
roll.
less rations.
But yep. So you avoid all that, and you know to have some rolls myself. Not too bad. Let's take a
Oh,
look.
and Prickle's gonna cast a spell just so he can get more corruption.
Fair enough. Good as reason as any.
Can I attempt to like study the ring, to see if there's anything else cool about it, or if it's just literally you get 1 damage threshold?
That seems to be the only enchantment you can find on it. It's really simple. It's like
Okay.
just incredibly low powered and
Can I
does its
try
job.
again to read it again?
The same. You really can't say anything else about it at the moment, at least. Looks like more time will need to pass before you can inspect it again.
Alright.
The narrator says. So yeah, traveling forth with your little convoy of animals and donkeys and lots of supplies, people will seem to like point at you and be like, "Oh, where are they going? What's going on over there?" And you soon get a party of people just wandering with you, like asking questions, being a nuisance, being generally vagrants. They should be at work. And they peel off as you kind of leave the city limits and you walk through the forest. And everybody roll awareness.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Made it.
That's actually crit. Okay, so Grickus, you crit succeeded.
Mm.
You spot a small blue jay on a tree, looking directly at the party, his head following your movements intently.
Shall I shoot it?
Do you point it out to us?
Yeah.
Sure. It's not very good food.
Looks weird. Looks weird.
I am
Looking at me,
casting
bunny.
Dispel Magic at it. I critically succeeded.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So
Uh,
if it is a person, they suffer 1d10 plus 1 physical peril.
Probably
So-
fall out of the tree as well.
The bird explodes.
That's good.
Just feathers go everywhere, and yeah, that's you made a bird explode. I hope you're happy with yourself.
Good work, Freckle. You really showed that bird who's boss. I know
Yeah.
it's hard to find things smaller than yourself to pick on, but make an effort.
As you keep walking through the forest, you walk past the tent city and cross through a little crossing into the jungle. And from here, the trek becomes miserable. The humidity causes all of you to sweat uncontrollably. The heat is unbearable, and the air is stilted and stale, kept inside this canopy of leaves and vegetation. Each step brings dozens of insects crawling out of the outgrowth that you've disturbed. And for days, you traveled it like this, going tiny amounts of distance, and with incredible effort, fighting your way through this thick, untamed jungle. And As you are halfway there, you set up camp in a little clearing by a rock. And where did I put that goddamn map? My
Oh, and
God.
yeah, just so we're clear before any fights happen, Lilith and Aisha are charging their extra fortune die every night.
I would expect nothing less.
Yes. I accept this because, yes. I'm also whining and dining.
Grickus, being the scout, spots. He's not there at the moment.
I don't think the Jews next door again.
Oh dear. Don't talk about the Jews.
Yeah, it's worse than talking about elves.
It's very naughty.
Can't get it to work. I cannot get it to work.
Right, so there is global illumination. Feels.
Yeah, buddy, you certainly are.
No. Wait to be rescued.
Okay, Nick.
Sorry.
That
I did
is.
nothing. Sorry.
It's-
Yep. Okay, I'm with you 100% now.
Okay, so Nick, being the scout, you kind of walked ahead of the party and kept track of things.
Mm-hmm.
And you spotted some familiar-looking brigands.
Not those. Not my nemesis kobold brigands.
Kinda, yeah. Exactly those people.
You're the brigands that were with
Well, they are definitely going to die this time.
You don't see the kobold herself, but you do see a familiar-looking, strange German man. And
All right, I stealthily back pass the message on. Well, have we got some?
What's going on? Why can't I hear anything? Shit, I haven't dropped out, have I?
Oh my god, that fucking piece of shit.
Exactly.
shit.
Like, I didn't hear any of that.
Okay,
You
so
look at the map and you can see the problem. Actually, no, you can't. You haven't met Hans Guberman yet. You don't realize how annoying he is.
Well, that's
Yeah,
convenient. So I can social stealth in and scope out the place and stab him in the back when you guys start the fight.
Well, he has seen you before because you were with us during that whole time.
Oh, that's less convenient. I'll put on my gender-changing necklace then.
we're in the middle of a jungle where you wouldn't expect to see a prostitute.
I feel like it'd be a little conspicuous for someone to just appear at all in the jungle.
Okay, so because of Grickus, really good awareness, great stealth. You guys, as long as you stay within a certain radius of Grickus, you will be protected by his stealth checks.
Okay.
So if you stay within 4 meters of Grickus, he rolls stealth and you take the result.
Okay.
Yep.
I
You-
will.
Could you put an aura on him for that, or are we? Or do you actually want us to keep track of this?
I can do an aura.
Thank you.
There you go.
We can't see it.
I can.
Okay, yeah,
Because I'm Grick's dog.
Yep.
yeah. There you go.
There we go. Thank you. Convenience.
Alright, I think we should cross the river. Actually, I think we should go upstream or downstream. Basically, let's go down the river so that we're well out of earshot, and then basically approach from this angle up here.
One slight hiccup with that. Someone's gonna have to carry me across the river.
Yeah,
Well,
somebody who's
Don't
big.
worry. That's what my
Vanya.
slave's for. My
Chunky.
slave can carry you across
Vanya
the
can
river.
Carry me across.
That's what a donkey's for. We got 2 donkeys.
No, it can't be. I can't ride something across. I have to be carried.
Well, no, we'll just hog tie you to it.
Now
Well,
who's
no, I'll
being
just-
unreasonable?
Oh no, that's how the curse works. All right, I have to be carried.
All right, who's big
Yeah.
and strong?
Vanya, I'll ride Vanya.
Yeah, you ride on
Lilith
Vanya's
will carry you
shoulders.
across.
The only thing creepier than your slave is you.
So, yeah, you manage to find a way to cross the river, and it's on top of the shoulders of Vanya. You are
So-
now the mini-me to Vanya's big me.
That's basically a bridge.
Lilith recounts the story of the scorpion and the frog.
Right, so you should all be able to move your tokens.
I would
Yes, so if we can come on this side where we don't get stuck in the river. Horrible lag.
My roll 20's just
Really?
dying for a second.
Oh, no,
Okay.
I'm getting out and back in again.
I'm getting no lag at all, but I mean, there's a lot of dynamic lighting on this map, so
Oh, I wasn't having any dynamic lighting at all.
Yeah, there's none.
No, everything's open.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, we got global illumination going on.
Oh no, wait. I'm a dumb bum.
Oh, I can't cross the river, that's why.
There you go.
Oh, so this is what we were supposed
There
to
we
see.
go. There we go. Alright, now I'm...
Oh, and Grickus has lost his aura now. Oh no, he's just moved away from me. My
I'm
bad.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There
we
you go.
all move over here.
So, yeah, I'll just make Eric follow. So yeah, as you approach, even at this tremendous distance, as you can see, it is a tremendous distance. It's 27 meters. You hear, "And get digging! We will find the artifact in no time." And
27 meters isn't that tremendous of a distance.
it is when you want to be as far away from a German as possible. And, yep.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess we inch closer.
Yep.
So as you guys inch closer, a kind of semi-drunk looking hobo kind of woman with a pistol on her hip kind of walks along the trail towards you guys, ignorant to your presence.
Let's hide.
Get shoot with arrows.
Oh, you can just hide in what a path.
Alright,
You're
I'll hide
currently stealthed. She kind of walks past, finds a bush, and sits in the bush, just doing her thing.
It's like, if we want to garrote her, this is the perfect time.
It'd be immoral to do it right now. You gotta wait.
Which is why Lilith would do it without a second thought.
Well,
Full,
if you
full
can
corruption.
stop her from making any noise, then
That's what the garrote's for. Can't scream when there's wire around your neck.
go for it, I guess.
Oh, that's right. My character sheet went away because my roll 20 died.
Oh
So
yeah,
the-
same
The
thing.
brigand, she's kind of whistling at this point. She's almost finished. And
And
starts looking at leaves, inspecting them.
get garroted.
You get a bonus for being stealth.
Why didn't that roll?
Because martial melee.
No, it's simple melee. It shouldn't.
I bet it's because it's martial melee.
No, it's
check.
why is simple range? It should be simple melee. Oh no, wait, that is. Why the fuck are you martial melee? You should be simple melee.
It's always martial melee. That's always the issue.
Okay, are there any other modifiers for me stealthing up behind this person?
It's pretty routine. That's about it. So +10. She's no idea you're there thanks to Grickus's excellent stealth.
Yep.
And you're like,
Okay, this is entangling and fast. So if she does get a chance to defend herself, that's base chance of -10 to dodge or parry. And when she resists the entangling weapon, either for a chokehold or a takedown, she has to flip to fail, resisting its effects.
Let me check.
It also does no damage, but like that's the point of doing peril and not get people unconscious.
Yep. So she kind of leans down, picks up a leaf, is about to like clean herself off, and then Lilith garrots her, and she's like, and she tries to like
Shh, just
flip
stop.
you over.
Shh, just stop fighting. It'll be easier.
That is she had a 45% chance of doing it.
Hmm.
And she turns and draws her pistol as she throws Lilith off of her. Lilith also gets a dirty leaf to the face.
Ew.
And
I guess we would have been covering it. Fight.
yep. You probably want to use like quieter weapons than muskets.
Yeah, I'd probably use my hunting bow. That's
I
all.
imagine that Eric, who has the ability to automatically hit and has like takedown stuff and all that kind of good stuff.
Well,
would-
you know, I would have probably I could have cast Invoke Fury on Eric as well to give him a bonus damage die.
Yeah, it's that very loud casting of spells that also produces light.
Invoke Fury doesn't make loud noises.
All spells have an auditory component in the system.
Yeah, you don't have to shout them out.
Well, we heard them talking.
Yeah, he was commanding them
He was-
loudly. That's what he does.
just
And there are
scream.
others around him.
Yeah, they're all listening to him. They're not going to hear Frickle mumbling 200 feet away.
Less than 20.
I tell you what, I'll give you a trivial stealth check, Grickus.
Alrighty. I don't know what trivial is, so I'll just give you.
That's +30.
Oh, with my okay, so that's +50 with.
Well, no, the gloves don't help your stealth. They only help skullduggery. And they don't help your skullduggery at all.
Gotcha. So just +30. He still failed.
You
Do we
can
get
spend
bennies
a
in this
fate point.
game?
You can spend a fate point. Yep.
Spending a fate point.
Or fortune point.
Yeah, fortune point.
Yeah, whatever. +30, yeah.
Yep.
There
Yep,
you go.
made
There
it.
you go. So the
Sorry.
casting is disguised. Eric, you're about to be
Hurt?
supercharged.
Oh, cool.
I didn't add in the text for it, but that's an extra D6 damage die.
So you got an
Okay,
extra
cool.
D6, and you have a brigand who's just been pooping, and you guys attacked her.
Oh, cool. I can zoom out on the map here.
Which is pretty like all of you are gonna get corruption for this because that's just not okay.
You just have to say no to Lilith sometimes. She does not have good ideas.
Oh, big map.
So yeah, Eric, if you want to roll like a longbow because it's quiet
Sure. Oh, let me see here.
and you get automatically hit, and you do
Damage plus my stealth damage plus this fury damage.
yep plus your fury damage. It gives you incredible amount of damage.
So you should get 3d6 bonus, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, so roll doesn't matter if it
They all
hits.
explode.
Yep, they all explode.
Me too, but that's without the extra dice 6 plus the extra dice 6.
Yep,
So
you get
2 more dice 6.
2 more dice. Yeah, and remember,
I'm
put
pretty
an
sure. Yeah,
exclamation mark at the
yeah.
end.
You've one shot them no matter what you roll on these dice.
Yep. You have your bow, your arrow notched, and your bow ready. So when Lilith is thrown off of this woman and she pulls out her pistol and tries to shout, you fire an arrow right into her throat.
Ooh.
She tries to gurgle out a sound.
Lilith
Falls
goes back to garroting her and gently
Into
lays
the-
her into the river. It's like, told you it would have been easier. Just sleep now.
And yep.
Are we messing up the throats too much for Frickle?
I'm sorry.
She's already dead. This is better with. I have my food here anyway. There's
Okay, no
always
problem.
more.
And remember,
Besides,
we
the
got you an
real
extra dog. We got you an extra dog and an extra donkey too if you get peckish.
the real treat is up there. Hans Guberman. I'm gonna eat that wizard.
As that happens, you hear Hans Goom in the distance. If you do not find this ring by the time I am out of my tent, I will do something awful to you.
Well, let's keep sneaking.
Sneak up. Keep going.
Sneaky,
I'll
sneaky.
be like Grekus for the moment.
Oh, well, I am here.
Okay.
I have people demolishing my front door. Climbing through the window behind terrifies me.
Who uses front doors these days anyway?
Yeah.
Everybody roll awareness.
Okay.
Awareness.
Grekus, you should get a bonus since you did.
I'm not getting 40 bonus, I'm sure.
Oh no, you weren't gonna get a 40 bonus.
So at 4 degrees of success.
So
Lilith.
everyone who succeeded hears like a strangled, gasping sound, and both of these guards that are patrolling this area here, this guy and this guy, both turn their backs to you. Oh, these guys.
Yeah, we can't see them. They're beyond our.
They're in
vision.
darkness, but we believe you.
Okay, so yeah, you hear 2 sets of footsteps running away from you towards the strangled sound.
Where is the strangled sound?
Well, they'll come straight for us then, because
No,
the
they're
strangled
running.
sound is behind us.
No, they're running
No,
away from
strangled
us.
sound
Oh,
over
away
here.
from us. Oh, gotcha.
You look up, you should see this crazy
Yes, there.
ruler being flung
Oh,
around.
yeah.
The sound's coming from over there somewhere.
And you hear a Hans shout, "They're in the trees! They're in the trees!" This guy's turned Italian for some reason. It's because Mirko's not here. I'm picking up the slack. And we just got to accept that Hans doesn't have a consistent voice.
Yep. Like he's just a child of the world, and his accent reflects that.
It's heading. Well, I'm heading in that direction. Try and outflank them.
You guys do see you can climb up this cliffside here, but it might be difficult.
Oh, it's a cliff. Aha.
There's like lots of vegetation here, so you can sneak into it. And you should be able to move without restriction.
What would climb skill be? Coordination?
Yeah, it's going to be like a coordination
Agility
check.
check.
Get up there quietly, but you can get up there regardless.
I'm going to head up, try and climb up from here then.
Alright, well, All
Wow,
that's
this-
disappeared. I'm just at this point. Frickle will just fly up. I'm tired of sneaking normally. My vampire privilege.
Yeah,
The
Frickle's
amount of
gonna fly
things
up and-
blocking line of sight here is terrible. I can't see shit.
Yeah. That's why I just decided to do this because I couldn't see anything and I didn't want to deal with it.
It's a jungle. That's the point. So, yep. You reach a kind of old ruin that they were keeping themselves inside. And you see a kind of, as you fly up, you see about 5 people, 4 of them with pistols firing their pistols into the vegetation to the north, and one of them with a musket knelt down, watching the north, waiting for something. Hans himself is standing on top of a pedestal, and he has this glowing staff in his hand.
Wait, so they're firing off into the opposite directions. They're getting attacked by something from up north.
Yes. Something
Oh.
other than us that's strangling
Perfect.
people.
Yeah. I say we just let them fight off whatever
Yeah,
that is,
yeah.
and then swoop in once they're weakened and kill them.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Hmm.
Unless it's a T-Rex and we're running.
That's true. We can run from the T-Rex.
Yeah, we'll just hide and then, like, deal with whatever's left over. I'm sure a T-Rex will get bored eventually.
You can watch them.
Thank
You're
you.
not. You're what?
Okay, so you are all like, I'll put fake Frickle where you guys all are. So you're over there, but I'll let you move around freely just to watch what's going on. So put yourself
Okay.
somewhere and see.
Okay. I'll be. I can't see anything right there. That's interesting. There we go.
You could just turn global illumination on if you want us to see what's going on.
Hang on, I'll just turn off line of sight. There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
So yeah, out of the vegetation where they've been firing their pistols, and they're quickly reloading, and they're actually pretty professional at reloading their weapons. God, it must be pretty awful over there, Nick. I'd hate to have that much stuff going on.
Oh yeah, got people climbing through windows trying to smash the door.
Out of the vegetation pops a familiar figure. And she just walks towards these 2 individuals as they're reloading their pistols. And as she reaches them, she's calmly walking forward. They both level their pistols at her and fire.
Well, that goes right. I do that all the time. It's like
Ooh,
90%.
And nothing happens. The familiar goblin raises her hands, and both of them are struck by what looks like a magic missile at the same time, and they are both killed instantly. And everyone roll awareness.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to
I
make
made
it a
this
second
time.
time.
I made it.
Ba-bow.
Those of you that made it notice that the magic missile didn't come from the figure that walked towards these people.
Oh, I did it.
From the back, behind Ashob.
Yep, it appears from the vegetation still. And this Ashob walks towards these 2, and they both level their pistols and fire again. And Hans levels his staff, and he fires a barrage, about 5 or 6 magic missiles from the tip of the staff. It causes shards of stone and dirt to flash about, and Ashok doesn't react to this in the slightest.
How tall are these pillars?
Pretty tall.
Are they wide enough for me to land on top of?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
How
I
tall
am
is the
going-
platform that he's standing on?
pretty tall, about 3 meters.
Okay, so not tall enough though.
All right.
Okay, go on.
Well, fake Frickle is going to pop out over here. Can I react? Is this a thing I can do?
Yep, you can react. The Ashab figure kind of raises his eyes at you, and immediately hands spins around. It says, "Aha! You think you could trick me with this baby trick? I see the goblin does not react, and I know that this is a fake Frickle. You are here somewhere."
Well, he's not wrong. I critically succeeded. Oh,
shit.
hey, he drops his staff.
That's out of easy reach. That's amazing.
That's too good not to capitalize on. Lilith charges him.
Okay, hang on.
And that's 10 damage.
Where did I?
I'm just gonna be like in the back, and I'm gonna be like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna throw darts as well.
It's a good idea.
Eric will fire if he gets a chance.
Whoa, Lilith, come on, that's a bit extreme.
It's charge, it's double my movement range, which gets me just there. My movement range is 7. It's 8 to there. And then, like, 3 to there. It's not insane.
I think you're forgetting something.
What?
Musket Boy and Brigand Boys.
Who don't know I'm there.
Well, they do when you charge in.
Is this not a surprise action?
No,
This-
it's more of a narrative action, really. At this point, like
I'm
if
happy
you
to get
attacked...
I'm happy to get shot at, I just want to get there.
Okay, so the Brigand takes a swing at you as you run past.
Well, I wouldn't run past him because I need to go up the stairs anyway. It's like 7. Yeah, still just within.
Okay,
I can
so
go
he
round.
can't. The Deserter Knight turns, and he can't see invisible Frickle. He can't see fake Frickle. All he can see is Lilith.
Yep,
So he shoots Lilith.
bet he does.
And he does 7 damage.
And Lois gets very hurt.
Really?
Like, not that hurt, like, 1 point down
Lightly
under.
wounded?
Like, she becomes, lightly wounded.
Oh, okay.
So Hands turns. The magic missile did 10 damage.
And he dropped his staff.
Which I assume would probably fall off that platform, because that is outside of easy reach.
Makes a lot of sense. The staff is now down here.
Yep.
I didn't expect you to disarm that. That's annoying. I don't have a handout for it right yet. But Hans goes, "No, you scoundrel!" And he lifts his hands, and he doesn't see anyone but a giant elf lady running straight towards him.
Now, can the range people like start firing out? Which I mean us, who stayed behind over here, who have sight.
I mean, that was a charge attack, so I feel like Lois should get her attack first.
Oh yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
feel like I should get my attack before all of this, but GM's prerogative. Like, if that's how you want to do attacks of opportunity, then I hope you do, are consistent when we want to do this way as well.
This is like a fight was happening, and then you rush out into the fight. It's not an attack of opportunity. It can be surprising if it's like an attack, but not if you're like charging into the middle of combat while these people are already they're made for combat. They're ready. They're fighting. They're waiting, looking in bushes.
Yes,
It
well,
wouldn't make sense for them just to be caught completely off guard and allowing you to attack them.
Well, I wasn't going to attack them. I was going to pick the corpses clean, but then Freckles started stuff.
Not good
Like-
about the ash?
Like, I wouldn't have done anything if you didn't drop that damn staff, because now I want that staff.
Why do you
Well,
want this?
I'm
Yeah.
taking that.
Because it's powerful and we should keep it away from him.
Oh, yeah.
So he didn't crit succeed, but he did 14 damage to you, Lilith.
Okay. Actually, no, it's equal to or greater than that you go down by 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
No.
since I... Yeah, like... Yeah, if you're equal to, it still defends, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
defense.
Yeah, so since I have put on the magic ring, that first attack didn't hurt me. And I, like, did
Okay.
put it in, like... So yeah, this one only takes me down 1 and I'm only lightly wounded.
Yep, that makes sense. Okay, now their turns are sorted. Everyone roll initiative.
Can I make
Okay.
my charge attack before the initiative roll?
Yep, you can do that before the initiative roll.
Thank you.
What's my initiative?
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna, like, yeah, if you hadn't let me do that, that's pretty much the only thing that I would have been salty about. Any modifiers?
Not really. He's actually like stood kind of above you, so you can like swing his legs. If you wanted to hit his head, you're not gonna do very well. But that's a crit success.
I thought this is not the right I thought I put a, like, 'cause this is the rapier that I have that's supposed to roll damage twice, and I thought I put a macro in for that. Okay, let's roll that again. So that. Oh yes, and my charging damage. 1d6 exclamation close brackets.
No.
Not even close. D6 exclamation mark. Not. What
You
am I
need to
doing
put
wrong?
2 brackets. 2 brackets.
Thank you. Four. So the first one goes to 13, and the second one goes to 16.
Goodness.
So yeah, 16 damage.
Did Eric roll initiative? Oh yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Wait a second.
Eight.
Plus 7.
Hans Gurman seems to be pretty fast.
I was just noticing that.
Do we...
That's
Why is he so?
There we go. Is he really? Did he roll? How did he roll a 69?
he didn't roll a 69. He actually has a 7 because of things you don't know about.
Wait, we're still using the different combat damage, aren't we? Oh yeah,
Yep.
and rapiers don't get additional damage, right? So, but yes, I am also using a dirk in my offhand. So, what? I'm hitting him 17 damage.
It's 12 plus 4 plus 1.
How hurt did I make him?
Pretty hurt. He was already
Oh,
hurt from
good.
the magic missile. Yeah,
Good, this wasn't a terrible idea.
Do I
Okay.
try to finish Hans off, or do I go and protect myself like a good person?
Try and finish Hans off for sure.
Okay. Why are there tokens on the map?
don't worry about that. Yeah. Okay. So
What are you doing? 21?
Yeah. Wait, no. 7, 8, 9. I have a 19.
No,
Okay.
you're
So,
like
I'm
no,
still,
like the initiative roll is all you need to do. You're at 16.
yes, but I get a +3.
Oh, okay.
All right, Asher.
So I'm going to magic missile the wizard to try to finish him off. Shield in hand, start drawing. This is gonna go bad because I'm going to channel.
Yes, channel all the power.
Just cast spell.
So I'm assuming
Modifier.
like minions of factions go on their leader's turn.
Okay, there. I get
Look at that! You didn't even get a thing.
No corruption, 2 chaos.
yep. I did 11 damage.
Okay. So, all right. With that, Lady Asher, you see your magic missile fly towards him, and strike him in the dead of his spine, and he kind of makes a gasp and falls forwards onto his knees. And then, Lilith, you see one of the 3 gemstones on his necklace. One of them cracks open.
Oh, he better not get back up.
And he looks at you and grins. And then his body kind of dissolves into a green
She
goop.
stabs him again. She stabs the goop.
And then the goop reforms into dozens of little crocodile alligators
Oh shit.
that all run in different directions.
I'll get you
And
next time, Gadget.
a Shob just cries out, says, "Damn it!" And her figure runs forward and through one of the brigands. Actually, no, she didn't do any of that. That's dumb in the combat session. Frickle.
His staff is still here, right?
Yeah,
Yep,
grab
it's right
that.
there.
Frickle jumps down and grabs staff and then runs away.
You feel like you're exacerbating your arthritis, and Lilith. You can't just jump on your knees. It's terrible.
Yeah, you just bend them, alright? And Frickle's very small, and since you're smaller, that means that there's less weight to go on your knees.
Lilith tries to convince everyone here to stand down since they've already lost. There's no need to fight anymore.
Okay, roll intimidate.
Can't it be a charm?
No.
Here we go. That's right. It's under brawn, isn't it? Well, she succeeds. 4 degrees of success.
4 degrees. That's not great, honestly. Okay, so you won't see the response right away. Eric.
I still have
Nice.
extra
Nice.
actions.
Okay,
Oh yeah, you have 2 actions. Sorry, Eric.
Yeah.
Lilith.
no
Okay,
worries.
Lilith spends her next action to what's the thing? What's the other thing? The thing where they lose damage threshold and stuff.
Litany of Hatred.
Yeah, Litany of Hatred.
Okay, you're free to do that.
Let's intimidate some fools. Fails. Okay.
Okay, so you can't do another action. what do you want to do? You can move about pretty much. Is all you can.
Lawless moves around that guy who can fight and back to. Wait, no, that's a real Freckles there, isn't it? That's next to that guy.
The real, well, no, it's fake Freckle. It says fake Freckle.
Oh, okay.
Real Freckle ran way over here with the staff.
Okay. Then yeah. Then Lilith
invisible
jumps
sword.
down off these platforms and across and over to here. Back to the rest of the party in safety. Yep. That's Lilith's turn.
Okay, Eric.
I'll fire through Fake Frickle at the guy in front of Fake Frickle.
Yep, you can do that. Auto hits, auto damages. You're probably still under the effect of the rage, unless it does
No, I think it's just one attack.
one attack. Is
Yeah,
that
it's just one attack.
okay? So you're not angry. That is your emotional state, Eric. You're not angry.
Do I get an extra dice 6 for surprise, or
No.
No, they're not really in like a surprise.
okay, just 12 then?
That was your first attack, die 6.
Yep.
Is it still the same combat, or?
No, it's a different one.
Oh, okay, cool. 17.
17. Guy is injured. Grickus.
I will shoot at the one in front of Fake.
Okay, you can do that.
Combat, hunting, no mods. That's a big fail. How many? Where do I see how many fate points I got?
We have.
Everyone's got 2 at the moment.
Make
All
those
right,
rolls, we
I've
have
spent-
to-
I've spent them all then, so nada.
When have you spent them all?
Doing stealth rolls and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he spent all. So Ashab sprints forward and tries to like grab one of the alligators with a fake form, and screams out in fury and anger, and just disappears. And Asher, it's your turn. Actually, oh yeah, I deleted that guy's token, so it's actually Death's turn. And
Yeah.
Which is why you don't delete tokens, you put X's. Oh, that's right, because he didn't die, did he? He
no, he
disappeared.
didn't die, he disappeared. So this guy takes one look at everything that's going on, sprints into the jungle.
Hooray!
This guy takes one look at what's going on, and he sprints into the jungle. This guy just collapses, clutching at his wounds, and seems very upset. And these guys over here all start regrouping.
What guys everywhere?
There are like
To the
8
right.
other guys on this map, Off in the
sure,
forest.
you can see them.
which is why I was trying to scare everyone off.
Asher.
I'm gonna cast a spell on myself, just in case.
Please
Just,
summon demon, please.
maybe.
Takes more time than that to summon a demon. Takes like all day just to summon a demon.
That's because demons are lazy.
Yeah. Wanting you guys to do all the work for them.
I fail. I'm gonna re-roll that.
It's a good
Yeah.
call.
That is being 100. God damn it! Well, I take 2 corruption and that's it.
Yep. Okay. Frickle.
Wait,
Sorry?
you still should have action points left.
No, I channeled.
Okay, yeah.
Frickle.
Frickle, does this wall exist still?
It still exists,
Alright.
but you guys complained that I made the map dynamic and interesting.
Well, no, I'm just asking because it's a ruin, so I don't know if it's like tall enough for me to hide behind.
Oh yeah, it's pretty tall.
Okay.
And now that we're like into combat, like I don't mind if you make the map dynamic and interesting again.
Right. Frickle
No.
will hide behind this, and he'll inspect the staff and see what it does. He's
Deserve to have dynamic and interesting map.
Well, you wanted to do like fun combat stuff that we could watch, but we
Actually-
couldn't see anything.
Are there still alligators running around?
They pretty quickly like entered like different bits of fern. Some of them like just vanished as they ran away. So some of them were
Okay.
fake, and so they're almost impossible to keep track.
Okay. I'll just try and see what the staff does then. What's the staff do?
So the staff, that's a pretty trivial incantation. So make you roll for it, you automatically succeed. I guess you could roll for like crit success, but yeah. So when you investigate it, it seems to be a staff that improves your ability to cast spells. Specific spells makes them more potent. You're not sure exactly in what manner, but it itself does not have any magical ability.
Super glad we got
Lilith.
that off him.
Hang on. I still have one action point left.
I thought you were properly examining it.
Oh, is that 2 actions?
That'd be all of your
Okay.
actions.
Oh, never mind.
Like I'd make that have be all of your actions and roll to fail if I was your GM. You don't examine things in the middle of the battlefield.
It's pretty trivial to do. So even if it was like, unless it was a sandstorm going on, I don't think it would do it. Lilith.
Lilith walks up to this defeated person of ours and points her sword at him and says, "Tell your friends to stand down. No one else needs to die today."
It looks like Grickus's arrow is killing him. Like, with Eric shooting him, and actually no, Grickus failed, didn't he?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Like-
guy's on like grievously wounded. He's bleeding out.
Okay. Lilith will
Stab him
attempt
in the
first
side.
aid.
Fair enough. Roll heal, I suppose.
Crit. Where's heal? That I don't have trained. Heal is under.
My boy, I'm gonna complain to Roll20 because this crashing is pissing me off. Every fucking game for the last like 2 weeks, Roll20 crashing every time.
Okay, I will spend my extra fortune point for today. Yes! Crit succeed!
You stabilize him.
Sweet.
That's your turn, Eric.
Can I see the guys on the grassy knoll over there across the way? Any of them?
Peeking around, you can see like they're kind of getting on top of it and fortifying it, kind of.
Okay.
Looks like
if
they
I don't-
intend to make you like fuck off rather than fighting you.
If I did have a shot with my longbow, I'd switch to my longbow and take a quick shot. If I don't, then I'll just reload my musket.
What's the range?
Let's see the range on. If you check the range, I'll tell you my range modifiers. Range modifier for the longbow is
Closest guys are 33 meters away.
that's medium for the longbow.
Media. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's minus 10. Pretty
Okay, I'll give
reasonable.
it a shot. Minus 10. Yep.
Oh, that's a bad roll.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's a fail. Anything else you want to do?
Nah. Just crouch down behind the wall.
You can start the reload on your musket.
Okay. I'll use the. Yeah, that's true. Say the bow is maybe the string's broken on a 97 or something.
No, it's not.
Okay. In that case, I'll just keep the bow out and crouch down.
Okay, Grickus.
Same as Eric. Same range, so I press 10 for my bow as well. Bring that in.
You should actually
And
be able to.
it's big miss. Okay.
God, that's
Crouching.
thud thud. Arrows hitting these guys at their feet.
Stop shooting at
and
the idiots. We just send this guy over and tell him to stop following us, and then we'll go on our way.
They run up the hill, and they all crouch down and return fire. Let's see. So that's pretty far away. They can see you.
Remember, I used an action on crouching.
Yeah,
I'm behind the wall.
You're all pretty much in cover. But now they are too. Can they even really? So yeah, they don't do anything. They all lie down on their bellies, and it's really hard to get them. Asher.
I guess I'm just going to cast a spell again, because I already have 9 corruption, so why not?
That's the way.
Oh no, hold on. No situational modifiers. There we go. How does chaos work again?
If you roll a face 6.
So I got a 6.
Ooh, okay, so
Okay.
you roll on the minor manifestation tables unless Mason does something different.
No, this is manifestation hasn't changed. So it's in the grimoire, isn't it? Where it is?
It's in the GM section.
Is it?
Do you have the
haven't
handout
completed.
stuff? Not the GM or the player like sheets?
I do. I
Yeah,
don't have
that's-
them open.
Was it the GM mat?
Yeah, it's GM Matt.
Yes, that's the first page there. Petty
Okay,
chaos
so roll me a
manifestation.
1d100, please. So 46. 46. Haunted. Distant ghostly voices call your name for 3 hours. No one hears them save you. You're immediately made victim to stress.
Hmm.
Okay.
So
Stress is 1d10 plus 1 perils damage.
I just roll that.
Okay.
Did I
You
say
take 5
1d10?
perils, shouldn't do anything.
I said 1d1, didn't I? I meant 1d10. You know what I mean.
Oh. Okay, well, that's 14. You take 14 perils damage.
What? Okay, I'm in peril.
No, I mean, you should be... It's 1d10 plus 1. You put it in right. I just said it wrong.
Oh, man.
Oh. Then I don't take anything.
You can't confuse me. I'm a simple boy. You know? God.
Well, I didn't
You
say
tell
I
me
said it wrong.
If it's Wednesday and you say it's Sunday, I get confused. Okay, so
My mind
Freckle.
is strong.
Well, you just have to
These
make it
voices do nothing
Wednesday.
to me.
Freckle?
So these guys
Try
are still
and-
just up here on this hill?
Yep, they all lie down on their stomachs.
What minus is that?
That's like a minus 30, and range is bad.
Minus 30.
Yeah, it's not Grickus, it's Freckle.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'll hold the staff and I'll try and cast magic missile and see what it does.
Could we please stop trying to kill them and just leave?
Now, there's magic here. He was trying to find something, and our good buddy Ashob's nearby too. I'm gonna, I'll
Yeah.
shout for Ashob for one action. Like, hey, Ashob, come out and say hi. But then I'll cast.
Okay. So you take this as well. 10. Roll me a 1d10 minus 3.
That's not
Oh,
what you...
whoops.
There we go.
Okay, so only a single bolt of magic missile comes out the end. But you see 7 of your silver darts disappear.
Good
And
thing I bought extra.
there you go. They strike, and you struck at one of them. Does it matter which?
Doesn't matter which. Have any of them take damage yet? I don't think they have.
Nope.
Well, I guess this guy will start going down the line.
Okay, he takes pretty hefty damage. He goes, ah! He's in pain. Yep. So Lilith.
Lilith asks this guy what kind of other forces are around this area that might respond to this ruckus that we're making.
Since you stabilize him, he kind of looks at you, and then he pulls up his pistol and starts loading it right in front of you. He's just putting gunpowder in his pistol right in front of you.
Really, dude? Really?
Just kick his pistol away. He'll respond to torture if nothing else.
This is impractical.
Some
Lilith
people
just kills him.
Crazy. Okay, he's he's just dead.
Yeah.
I'll let you coup de grace him, or coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
Yep, and that's you got one action left.
Lilith walks to the north, like asking, who's our goblin friend?
Asham.
Aishub. Yeah. Like calling out for Aishub. It's like, come over here, we'd like to talk.
Eric.
I will take a shot at one of the guys on the hill again. What's my modifier?
It's going to be minus 40. And
Okay. Just using up
Why would
arrows.
you attempt that?
Because I'm bored.
Hmm.
We're trying to kill him, aren't we?
Wait, you can aim. Why wouldn't you aim?
Well, it gives you 10, and I like hiding behind the wall with my extra actions. 1 to reload, 1 to fire, and 1 to crouch.
okay, Grickus.
Same thing, but I will aim. Net minus 30. Ooh, actually hit.
Go Grickus.
Only for 7 damage though.
Yeah. Still.
Ting.
Okay, I don't think it doesn't actually hurt these guys.
Probably not.
Lilith yells at the enemy, my idiot friends won't stop trying to kill you. Just run away so this can be over for everyone.
Don't run away. Tell us what you were digging for.
Yeah.
Oh, if we just...
Who are we shooting at?
The idiots over on that other hill who won't run away.
I mean, okay, fair enough. She looks at Frickle and says, You killed him.
Killed who? Wait, who's? Oh, A-Shop's here finally?
Yeah, goblin right behind you, right there.
Oh, yeah, I see it. I was looking over at the other guys. Like, well, killed who?
You killed the stupid wizard man.
Well, I didn't. This is the first time I've managed to kill him. I didn't know he turned into alligators when he died. That's new.
Yeah, it's I didn't know he did that either, but I wasn't planning on killing him just then. I was gonna
Oh, to be fair, I'm not the one who killed him. That was them. All right, and also to be fair, he's really annoying. I'm surprised you didn't want to kill him.
well, I mean, I didn't know he was I don't know the guy. Okay. So those guys on the hill over there, I don't really care about them. They're probably gonna try to retreat soon.
Well, if they retreat, then if A-Shop's here, I'm sure she'll know about this, so that's fine with me.
Yeah, they will realize their position's untenable because you've got automatically hitting magic missiles and they run away.
Oh, I
Cool.
casted like my spell for nothing. Okay.
They yeah, well,
It's okay.
Nothing bad happened from him.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna get a chaos rank. It's fine.
That's a good thing. Just get chaos rank.
Ashev, and then I attempt to hug her again.
but she doesn't resist. She looks miffed.
More hugs.
You're
She-
adorable.
Looks like an angry puppy with lots of teeth.
Frickle will dissolve fake Frickle in a show of unprecedented trust.
That
You
is
know,
impressive.
She probably can see through Frickle anyway.
Well, I mean, she can if she was looking for it. But,
Get in here, you crazy gnome. Everyone needs hugs.
yeah, Ashob kind of detaches herself from the huggy couple, and she turns to the group and says, "So, what exactly are you doing this far into the jungle?"
Well, we're here for two things. One of them turned out to be a bit of a bonus, where you can kill Hans Guberman. I don't like him. He's a real dick.
Well, he's not dead. I mean, he's dead.
Well,
But...
yeah, but what's here in these ruins? He said something about a ring. Is there a ring in these ruins? He was digging for something.
Yeah, he sensed that.
He
Don't
says
worry
what?
about it.
He
My
said,
ring. Yeah, he sensed my ring.
oh, that ring. You see, we found out some more about the mantle stuff. And,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay. She kind of takes a step back from you guys.
No, don't worry. I like you. I'm not going to try and take your ring. That's not my plan at all. We are actually here to learn more about goblin kind because I find myself quite interested in you people.
Yeah, I can roll with
Okay.
that. Well, I mean, that's always good. But yeah, I could take you to the city. Yeah, okay.
We wanted to go to the temple. And we heard that you guys even have living gods, and that just sounds super cool.
Savages.
You know what? It's kind of inconvenient that you're here, but I could roll with this. Yeah, I'll take you to the
What
goblin
are
city.
good friends if not inconvenient?
Couldn't say
Well
it better
armed.
myself. And she turns and says, "Well, get your stuff together. We have a city to go to, and the session ends." Well done, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I'll
thanks,
die.
Mason.
That was I don't know. I feel like a bit of scatterbrain at the end there. So
A little bit, I'll admit.
yeah. So thanks for turning up. Thanks for attending. Thanks, everyone did pretty good roleplay.
thanks.
So
I kind of want to position Aisha to sleep with Asha, but I feel like that's not gonna work.
yeah,
Especially with,
not straight away. You just met the
Yeah.
girl. Really.
So reward
better
points.
have her.
Everyone gets 150 reward points for the session, and everybody gets an extra 30 for their role play. I'm really happy with how this went, guys.
Thanks, Mason.
Thanks for putting up with my
Your cool dynamic lighting.
attempts. Yeah, my attempts at
That's
making
pretty
it.
awesome.
Like it is good, but like it's impractical to get through that foliage if you can't see anything. Like, I mean, we chose a bad route that was bad on us. Like-
The
like, we-
situation happened.
Yeah,
didn't
we
matter.
could have made that work. It's just like the terrain was working against what you were trying to achieve. Because yeah, pretty
Alright,
much any time you
so-
reference someone, it was someone that we couldn't see.
Okay. I'll take that into consideration for next time. If you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. Thanks, Nick, for putting up with all that stuff going on and still playing in the game.
I think he actually said he'd be right back. Yeah, he did. Oh no, he said back. Yeah, never mind.
Sorry, I'm on silent.